Hi guys, welcome to Brother Jay's Card Finds. It's been a little bit since I did a video. Last show I went to, I think was it last weekend? Yeah, I wasn't actually that thrilled with it. I believe it was the Phoenixville one that I did fairly well with last time. And this past time there were no chairs to sit down, and I don't know, it just was not a good show, and I think I only bought a small handful of cards, and it just wasn't worth doing a video about. But this week, we had the return of the Allentown South Mall show, except it wasn't in the South Mall. It got moved to a hotel near the Allentown Airport, which is basically seemed to be on the other side of Allentown itself, so it was quite a bit more of a drive, but it worked out pretty good. Let me see what I got here. We mainly bought from two dealers, and I should have sorted this before I started the video, but of course I didn't, so let me just do this real quick. The first dealer I dealt with was Darren, who I did, he was the one from the mall show, he was there. And he actually had some new dollar cards. There was some good stuff in these dollar cards, so just let me get them separated out from everything else. I got some cards here that may anger some of my followers, my people that subscribe to my channel, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know, I don't normally talk politics. I don't like to talk politics, but it'll be hard not to talk politics when you see what I bought. So, okay. Let's start with Darren first. Everything I got from Darren was $1. And since I already mentioned what I was talking about, we'll show you what I'm talking about. So, here we go. The Trumpinator. And I'll be back, which he definitely was back. This is like those letter cards that they have for, like the patches I guess they have for the baseball players, but it just says T for Trump. Here's another one with a facsimile autograph. Here's one, Miss Me Yet, Trump 2024. So, and then there's a bunch of these. These are Trump Under Fire, Trump versus the CNBC moderators, Trump versus Mexican immigration, Trump mocks a disabled reporter, and Trump versus women. Donald J. Trump, and presidential election 2016. Another one, same vein there. Here you go. White House ticket. And then this one. Okay. So, hopefully you didn't all turn off the video because you don't like Trump. I know a lot of people don't like him, but obviously I do. So, I bought those cards. I thought they were just kind of neat. So, the rest of these were also dollar cards. We got the Provisions Bo Jackson football card, 91 Fleer. We got a Therese Maxey rookie card. We got a Walker Jenkins first Bowman Chrome card. Here is, I don't normally buy wrestling, but this is a rookie card of Austin Theory, I believe it says. And he's fairly big name with wrestling currently. This is going to be weird for a lot of people. It's discolored, as you can see. I'm assuming it's just a printing defect. This is Don Strock. It's not anything other than, it's like a fifth-year card or something like that. But I collect Don Strock because he was the star quarterback at, it won't focus. Sorry, oh, there it is. He was the star quarterback at my high school when my parents went to school there. So I'm kind of fascinated by that stuff. So I try to collect a lot of the local guys. I have some Dan Crossland cards, who was a star quarterback when I was there. And also there was another player that played for the Bills. He was a lineman, Jerry Ostrowski. And I actually knew him personally. He was a year above me. Here we go. We'll go get back to what I bought, though. Allen Iverson Players Club scoreboard. So that's a neat one. Iverson Metal Universe card, and you can see, it's hard to see, but that's Philly in the background. We got this Santa Claus card, Christmas 94, and on the back it shows all the different, I guess this is all the different football cards. This is a weird one. It's apparently it's a painted card. If I could, I'm gonna probably have to put my box out here. Let me do that so we can get some focus here. So, oops, there that went. I'm gonna do that because I'd like it to focus if I could. So, if we can get that to stand up, it'd be even better. Good enough. So, like I said, it was a painted Michael Jordan card. It's from some kind of artistic promotions. So, Sports Artist Tour. 3 of 8. There was a bunch of the other ones in here, but this was, since it wasn't a complete set in the box, but this was the neatest looking one, I thought. So I bought this one. I didn't really want to buy all of them if I didn't get a complete set. So, here's a Cyndi Lauper. I love the art on this. I think it reminds me of the Pee-wee's Playhouse type deal. Might be the same artist. Who was an underground artist. I just can't remember his name currently right now. You'll forgive me for not remembering it. This is a Legend of Zelda scratch-off card. And it's from the 80s, I believe, or early 90s. What does that say there? Can you? I think it says 89. So, here's a Glenn Robinson gold medallion card. So I do collect Glenn Robinson. So gold medallion's kind of cool. Another Frank Thomas Pacific Collection. This was from 96. This is a neat one. Look at that. Let me see if you guys can see that. You see that? It's like, looks like all the Yankee greats you have, and on the back you have Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth, and I can't read who that last signature is. I guess I'll have to nail it down. Is that DiMaggio? I'm not sure whose autograph that is. All right. Well, somebody can point it out to me. So, sorry, I'm a little bit tired. It's after 10 o'clock here, which is late for me. Aiden Miller, first Bowman Chrome. This is a Jackson Holiday Chrome rookie. This is the #1 card from the Grease non-sports set. Danny and Sandy. So, I thought that was a neat one to represent it. Here's a sticker from a Good Times. I had no idea they had a Good Times non-sports set, but they do. The kids voted me Scarecrow for the class play. And then you look on the back and it's Good Times. So they might have all been stickers. I'm not sure. This definitely, I believe, is I don't know if that is a sticker. For some reason, I thought it was a sticker when I bought it. We'll look at it a little closer. Another wrestling rookie, Solo Sikoa. I saw him on the pay-per-view last night. The Backlash I watched. And this is just a neat card. Heart of the City, Washington, D.C. with Soto. Kind of a refractor type. So, yeah. So they were all dollar cards from Darren. Then there was another dealer there that had cheap boxes. And I went through his stuff. I went through the cheapest of the cards first, were for 50 cents. And I pulled, I believe it was 8 cards. I got a Francisco Lindor Leaf Limited Edition. And that's from like 2011, I think. So it's way before his rookie. Leaf Rookies and Stars Frank Thomas Award winners. 93 AL MVP. Here's a Brett Saberhagen rookie from Flea. Here's a Manny Ramirez Grassroots. Pretty sure I do not have that card. Not numbered or anything. Here's a starting lineup. Roger Clemens with the Yankees with a neat foil Yankees logo on the back. So it's from starting lineup. Here is a Robert Gasser first Bowman Chrome. I believe he's a reliever with my Brewers now, which is why I picked that up. And we got a couple basketball cards. These are both draft pick cards. Here's Stephon Marbury and then Ray Allen, who's more in my wheelhouse. All right, so then went through those. Then he had dollar cards. And these are all dollar cards. So these are some good dollar cards. First of all, always buy Barry Bonds 87 tops for $1. Then there was a Bryce Harper Hagerstown Suns card. I think it came out in 2011. And then you got these, which are all pre-rookies as well. These cards all came out the year they were actually rookies. Except this Tatis might be a year earlier, because I think it came out the same year as these other ones. So I got a couple Sotos, I got an Acuna, and I got a Tatis. So there you go. And those are all dollars. Next, we had some $2 cards. And you pick out the ones that alright. Here's the ones that I actually bought. There were 3 $2 cards. This is Machado, 18U national team. So way before his rookie year. I thought this was some kind of short print, but it's not. It's a complete sets image variation of the Alec Bohm rookie, but I did not have it. I don't know that I necessarily needed to pay $2 for it, but I did. And this is a James Wood Elite Extra Edition, numbered to $9.99. One corner was a little bumped on it, so I was a little disappointed when I saw that. And then he had a box that he said everything was probably $5 or more, possibly. So I picked these 3 cards out. I don't know if there's anything special about this. I mean, it's purple with the little refractor stuff going on or whatever in the background, but it's not numbered or anything. Jackson Churio, rated prospect. Here is a Bryce Harper Topps Heritage. It's a minor league card, the Harrisburg Senators. And then another Iverson rookie. I never had this Iverson rookie, I don't believe. So now I do. The Upper Deck, the Collector's Choice rookie. So it turned out, I think he originally asked me for $30, and I was kind of hesitant about that. And I said I wanted to go through and check see what the sold rating for some of the cards, because he was really high estimating a couple of these cards. And I found listings that were fairly cheap. So he ended up giving to me fairly cheap. I ended up paying $25 for everything, which, was pretty good, because you had $4 of 50 centers, and then you had the dollar cards, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $10 with those, and then you had 16 with those, and 9 for the last 3. So these were basically all $3 each, which is, I think, pretty good, at least for these 2 cards. I don't know about that one, but these at $3 a piece I'm very happy with. So yeah, it was a good deal. So that was a good show. There wasn't, I don't know, it was basically like the mall show, but it was in the hotel. So it was the same, mainly the same dealers, except for the second guy that I bought stuff from. And, yeah. So I also forgot to mention, the guy with the 25 also said, go ahead and take 2 more free $2 cards. So I got this version of the Churio card, and I got a 2015 Topps Chrome Bryce Harper. So there you go. So those are free. Next I went to Jake's today, and Jake's Flea Market in Bartow, PA. It's a great flea market. It's very large, very busy on Sundays. There was quite a few baseball cards, but the only things that I ended up buying, I'm going to show you, are these. So I'll turn it so you can see. All right, what we have here is we have 4 sets of 1989 Topps Traded. As you can see, all 4 of them had the Griffey. All 4 of them are complete, as I went through, and since they, they're already open, obviously, they didn't have, these weren't factory sealed. I put all the cards in order on all 4 sets. So they're all complete. And then this is 87 Flea update trading set, and it's sealed. So that's 5 sets, and I'm going to turn it back. I got those he originally had them, let me see what he had them at. I think he had the 89 traded sets listed at, I believe it was $16, but everything on this table was half off. So they would have been $8. But I really didn't want to pay that much. So I said to him, if I buy like a nice handful of sets, can you do $5 each? I told him I'll buy 5 sets. I'll buy all the Topps traded he had, and then the 87 Flair. And he went along with that. So I spent $25 on those. All the Griffies are nice. As you see, I had them all top loaded. The other thing I bought at Jake's, first thing was a comic book. So I'll show you that. Alright, it's Dark Knight Returns #1. It's a little bit rough shape because the guy did not have it in a bag or anything. But it was the first printing. And he had it on a table where he had all these books for $53 each. So I was like, oh, I'll pay $3 for that. And then I looked at another book. I thought, maybe I'll buy another book. So he had this on the table too, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I got to get my finger out of camera. Excuse me. Ted Williams book. It was Baseball Legends. And the thing that's kind of cool about this, this person that had it actually has a clipping from when Ted Williams passed away. So there you go. So yep, that's all. And when I went to pay for it, he said, okay, $3. And I was like, oh, $3 for both. And he said, yep. So I actually got each of those for $1.50. The Dark Knight Returns, I actually have already listed it on eBay. So, yeah, so if you want to buy it, look for my eBay store. It's quite a bit more than $1.50. And then lastly, I went to my local LCS, Carter's Cards in Douglasville. I went in there basically to see if he had 2025 Bowman singles. If he did, he didn't have them in any kind of order or anything. He kind of didn't even recognize who, because I was obviously looking for Jesus Made cards, and he basically didn't act like he knew who that was. So when he said he said he really didn't know if he had it or not. So I ended up going through his Brewers box, hoping maybe against hope that he might have some singles in there, but he didn't put any of the singles out for 2025 yet. So instead I bought a few other cards. Got a couple Jackson Chorio rookies. This is Bowman Sterling, I believe. And then this is Topps Finest. And these are both, oh, I think I'm off camera, I'm sorry. That's Topps Finest. And that's Bowman Sterling. And then I got this autograph. He's a Brewers prospect. I'm not sure if that name is spelled correctly. Because I looked at, I don't know, I think it is. But I looked online, the Brewers prospects, and they had a guy with the name, but it was spelled differently. But it was the same guy. So, anyway. So that's what I got for the last couple of days. It was fun. I had a good time going to Jake's today and haven't been there in a while. So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys.